The only limit to your realization of tomorrow is the doubts you hold today. Neville Goddard. To understand the profound nature of forgiveness, especially when it comes to forgiving oneself, one must first grasp the true nature of belief in divinity. If you hold a belief in a higher power, often referred to as God, it becomes clear that this belief is not a distant concept, but rather an integral part of your own being. This understanding can deeply influence how you perceive and forgive yourself. When you truly believe in a higher power, you start to realize that this power is not separate from you, but rather an intrinsic part of your existence. This divinity within you means that you have the capacity to transcend past mistakes and imperfections. The essence of this higher power is not about judgment or punishment, but rather about love, acceptance, and the ability to transform oneself. So if you hold this belief, you are also holding the key to forgiving yourself, for this power represents the ultimate source of grace and compassion. Forgiving oneself is often seen as one of the most challenging tasks, especially when burdened with guilt or regret. The weight of past actions can sometimes feel overwhelming, making it hard to move forward. However, if you truly believe in a higher power, you are essentially acknowledging that this divine presence is about renewal and forgiveness. By tapping into this belief, you align yourself with a force that encourages personal growth and healing. This divine aspect within you supports the idea that mistakes are not permanent marks of your character, but opportunities for learning and evolution. The act of forgiveness, both for oneself and others, involves a shift in perception. It's not about erasing the past or pretending that mistakes didn't happen. Instead, it's about understanding that you have the power to change how you relate to those past actions. When you forgive yourself, you are essentially accepting that, just as the divine within you offers love and understanding, you too can extend that same grace to yourself. This shift in perspective allows you to see past errors not as defining failures, but as integral parts of your journey toward becoming a more enlightened and compassionate person. Belief in a higher power also introduces the concept of unconditional love. This love is not conditional on your actions or achievements, but is a constant and abiding presence. By accepting this divine love, you start to view yourself through a lens of compassion and understanding. This perspective helps to dissolve feelings of unworthiness and self-criticism, making it easier to forgive yourself. When you think of this unconditional love, you align yourself with the fundamental principle that forgiveness is a natural and necessary part of personal growth. Understanding that the divine presence within you is not punitive, but rather nurturing can transform how you deal with guilt and self-blame. You begin to see these feelings not as punishments, but as signals for introspection and growth. This realization allows you to approach your past actions with a sense of detachment and understanding, rather than with self-reproach. By acknowledging that you are inherently worthy of forgiveness and love, you begin to release the hold of past mistakes on your current self. Forgiveness is also closely linked with the idea of renewal and rebirth. Just as nature cycles through seasons of growth and decay, your personal journey involves phases of learning, growing, and renewing. Believing in a higher power reinforces the idea that each moment is an opportunity for a fresh start. This belief can be incredibly empowering, as it reinforces the notion that you are never bound by your past actions but are always capable of variation and improvement. To truly grasp the power of forgiveness, especially when it comes to self-forgiveness, one must explore the profound connection between belief and personal variation. When you hold a belief in a higher power, it becomes clear that this belief is not just about an external entity, but is deeply interwoven with your own sense of self. This internal divine presence suggests that your thoughts, emotions, and actions are all reflections of this greater reality. Consequently, the act of forgiving yourself is an acknowledgement of this internal divine essence that facilitates healing and growth. Understanding the interplay between belief and self-forgiveness involves recognizing that the divine presence within you represents the ultimate form of understanding and acceptance. This divine aspect is not confined by human limitations or judgments, but exists beyond them. It provides a space where you can confront your mistakes and shortcomings without the added weight of self-recrimination. By aligning yourself with this divine understanding, you are essentially tapping into a source of infinite compassion and wisdom that encourages you to forgive yourself and move forward. Moreover, the idea of divine presence within you reshapes how you perceive your own limitations. Instead of viewing mistakes as insurmountable obstacles, you begin to see them as part of a larger, more meaningful process of growth and self-discovery. The belief in a higher power instills a sense of purpose and direction, suggesting that every challenge you face is an opportunity for learning and variation. This shift in perspective allows you to approach self-forgiveness with a greater sense of optimism and hope, understanding that every misstep is a step toward greater self-awareness and alignment with your true self. Another critical aspect of self-forgiveness is the realization that you have the power to redefine your own narrative. The belief in a divine presence within you empowers you to reshape how you view your past actions and decisions. Instead of being defined by past mistakes, you are able to view them as integral parts of your journey towards self-improvement and spiritual growth. This process of redefinition is not about denying the reality of your past, but rather about understanding that you have the capacity to transform and evolve beyond it. The notion of divine guidance also plays a crucial role in self-forgiveness. Believing in a higher power implies that you are not navigating your journey alone, but are supported by a force that provides insight and direction. This divine guidance helps you navigate through periods of doubt and guilt, offering clarity and support as you work through the process of self-forgiveness. It reassures you that you are capable of overcoming past errors and that your path is guided by a benevolent force that encourages your personal growth and development. Incorporating the idea of divine presence into your daily life involves actively engaging in practices that reinforce this belief. This might include meditation, prayer, or reflection, all of which help you connect with the divine aspect within yourself. By regularly engaging in these practices, you cultivate a deeper sense of inner peace and self-acceptance, which in turn supports the process of forgiving yourself. This ongoing connection with the divine presence helps to maintain a positive outlook and fosters a sense of continuity and purpose in your life. Ultimately, understanding the link between belief in a higher power and self-forgiveness offers a profound insight into the nature of personal variation. It highlights the idea that forgiveness is not just a solitary act, but is deeply connected to the recognition of a divine presence within you. This recognition enables you to approach yourself and your past with a sense of compassion and understanding, fostering a deeper sense of inner harmony and peace. By aligning with this divine presence, you unlock the ability to forgive yourself and move forward with a renewed sense of purpose and self-acceptance. The concept of forgiveness, especially self-forgiveness, is deeply intertwined with our understanding of divine presence and the role it plays in shaping our personal and spiritual lives. At the heart of this understanding lies a fundamental truth. Our belief in a higher power significantly influences how we perceive and forgive ourselves. When we grasp that the divine essence within us is both a source of guidance and a reflection of our true nature, we can navigate the path of self-forgiveness with greater clarity and grace. One profound way to approach self-forgiveness is by recognizing the divine as an ever-present force that is intricately involved in our daily lives. This divine presence is not distant or detached, but is actively engaged in our experiences, offering insights and support as we grapple with our imperfections. By acknowledging this, we can start to see ourselves through the lens of compassion and understanding that the divine inherently embodies. This perspective helps to soften the harsh judgments we often place on ourselves, allowing us to think of our mistakes as part of our personal evolution rather than as permanent flaws. The practice of self-forgiveness also involves a reevaluation of our relationship with guilt and shame. Traditional views often cast guilt as a necessary component of moral development, but when seen through the lens of divine understanding, guilt becomes a less rigid concept. Instead of being a force that punishes or restricts, guilt can be transformed into a tool for reflection and growth. By connecting with the divine presence within us, we gain the insight needed to view our mistakes with a balanced perspective, recognizing them as opportunities for learning rather than reasons for self-condemnation. In essence, when you believe in a higher power, you are recognizing that this divine presence within you is a source of infinite compassion and understanding. This belief offers a profound sense of inner peace and allows you to extend that same compassion toward yourself. By doing so, you align with a higher truth that transcends guilt and regret, leading to a more harmonious and fulfilling existence. If this message resonates with you, consider supporting our channel in the following ways. First, give this video a thumbs up to show your appreciation for the content. Second, subscribe to our channel to stay updated with more insights and teachings. Third, share this video with friends and family who may benefit from these perspectives. Fourth, leave a comment below to share your thoughts or experiences related to the topic. Now, click the notification bell to receive alerts about our latest uploads. Your support helps us continue to provide meaningful content and share these life-changing ideas with a broader audience.